What is the result of 9x to the fourth power minus 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 5x plus 1 divided by the quantity 3x minus 1? I'm here with Chloe for her latest tips and tricks. She wants you to know that when you are doing synthetic division, you take the dividend divided by the divisor, and that always equals the quotient plus the remainder over that original divisor. The dividend, put all coefficients on the top row with zeros replacing any missing terms. Divisor, set it equal to 0 and solve. Put the solution in the top left corner. Quotient, the first term is always one less degree than the highest degree of the original dividend. Remainder, what is left after the constant in the quotient. Now that I have Chloe's tips and tricks, let's go ahead and find the result of dividing these two polynomials. So the first thing I can see here in my cheat sheet notes is I have dividend divided by divisor. My dividend is 9x to the fourth minus 3x cubed plus 6x squared minus 5x plus 1, and my divisor is 3x minus 1. So according to Chloe's tips and tricks, the dividend, we have to put all coefficients on the top row with zeros replacing any missing terms. So I'm just going to look at that top row and see, do I have anything missing? I have something to the fourth degree. I have something to the third degree. I have something to the second degree. I have something to the first degree. We don't really write the one, but I wrote it here just to show you. And after that, we should have no exponent. So that would be our constant, which is 1. So it looks like I have everything, 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing, so I am good. So I just need the coefficients of each, so that'd be 9, -3, 6, -5, and a +1. Now to look at the divisor, we have to set it equal to 0 and solve, and put the solution in the top left corner. So we have 3x minus 1. We set it equal to 0, and we're going to solve. First thing we'll do is add 1 to each side. When we do that, the 1's will cancel out on the left. Then we have 3x equals 1. Then we would divide by 3 on each side. 3's would cancel on the left, and we would end up getting x equals 1/3. So this is what's going to go inside of our top box, 1/3, and then all of these coefficients here, that would be our top row. Leave a space and then draw a horizontal line. This is how we set up our synthetic division. First thing you do is you're going to bring down that first term. Whatever you have down here, you multiply it by what it's in the box, and then you put it underneath the next coefficient. 9 times 1/3 is a +3, and then you're going to add them. -3 plus 3 is 0. Then we repeat this whole process. 0 times 1/3 is 0, so we're going to put a 0 under the next coefficient. 6 plus 0 is 6. Then we're going to take this 6 here on the bottom, multiply it by what's in the box. 6 times 1/3 is 2. And then we're going to add it underneath the next coefficient. -5 plus 2 is a -3. -3 times 1/3 is a -1. 1 plus -1 is 0. Now, this right here is our quotient and our remainder. So the quotient, the first term, is always one less degree than the highest degree of the dividend. So our dividend started with x to the fourth. So what's one less degree? X cubed. So once you figure out what the first degree is, you just go down from there. X to the third, x to the second, x to the first, no exponent, which would just be our constant. So I use a C for constant. And then whatever is left is our remainder. So I use an R for remainder. So I really have here 9x cubed plus 0x squared plus 6x to the first minus 3 plus our remainder, which is 0, over the divisor. Remember, the remainder is always written over the divisor, which was 3x minus 1. Now, we can simplify this a little bit more. 0 times x squared, that's just going to be 0. And we don't really have to write this 1 when we have x to the first power, so we can get rid of the 1. And 0 divided by anything is always 0, so we can just get rid of this last part as well. So my final answer would be 9x cubed plus 6x minus 3. And this would be our final answer here.